Hi, this is Stacy Stone at Chesapeake Soda Clean Incorporated, and today I'm going to show you how to clean and inspect the inside of a SodaWorks Buster Blaster 100 Soda Blast pot. The Buster Blaster 100 by the SodaWorks is a self-cleaning design. When it runs out of media, it is completely empty and it will clean itself with just the air pressure that's running through the bottom of the pot. This is unlike a lot of pots on the market, and certainly unlike a sandblast pot or a conversion. But if you forget to leave the drains open on your air cooler and dryer, and you get moisture in the pot, and the soda becomes caked up and won't come out, you have to clean it out. Also, if you get some foreign material in there, a piece of a bag or something like that, if it's gotten past the screen, which is pretty rare, but I suppose could happen, we need to talk about how to clean the pot and fix that problem. Some guys will take a look at the bottom of the pot and they'll go, well, gee, I'll just take this flange apart and open the bottom of the pot and just dump the soda out. The only problem is that will not accomplish your goal here. If you take that flange assembly apart, the Venturi or metering valve will come down through that opening, and the bottom of the pot is still closed. So that's not the way to take this pot apart. You should never do that. The way we're going to accomplish this today is to take the rotor valve assembly off, which we did in an earlier video to service. We're going to take the rotor valve off at this union right here. So we'll remove that coupling on that union, which will open this portion up, and then we're going to go to the top of the pot, and where the air comes in through this braided hose here, the U-bolt bracket, we're going to loosen the two bottom bolts, one on either side, take the two top ones out, one on either side. We're going to lay that bracket over. We're going to follow your braided air line down to the next union, which is right here. We'll break this connection, and we will be able to pull the down tube, which is this assembly here, completely out of the pot. When you pull that down tube out, and once the rotor valve assembly is off, the pot is completely open all the way through. You can blow air through it. You can even take a garden hose and rinse it out and then dry it to cleanse the inside of the pot. Tools that you will need to do this, very simple: pipe wrench, adjustable wrench, and 2 5/8 wrenches. Okay, as you can see, I took the two top bolts out of the U-bracket and laid it over on its side. And then I came down and I took the union apart here and pulled the down tube, which supplies air down to the bottom of the pot, completely out. Over on the workbench here is the down tube. There's our union, our braided hose, top of the down tube, and here is the down tube with the Venturi on the end. Now, we'll remove the rotor valve, and the pot will be completely open all the way through. Now, with the rotor valve off, the pot is actually completely open all the way through, and you can see here that there is some soda that's laying down in here. If you watched the earlier video on servicing the rotor valve, which is this assembly here, you'll know that this is a 2009 pot that came in used. We're going to clean it up, service it, and make it ready for sale. And you can see it's been sitting for a little while, and there's just soda laying down there in the bottom. So with the down tube out and with the rotor valve off, I can clean the pot out completely from the inside, put it all back together again, and it's going to work just like a brand new one. Okay, now with the down tube out, I have gone ahead and cleaned the outside of it and cleaned and inspected the Venturi, which is the metering device for the soda. Make sure that the little grooves are clean and clear. While you have the pot apart, here's the cap. You'll want to check the cap out. You might want to pull the O-ring out from the top where it seals on the pot. Clean that up and the surfaces and put that back together again. Here's your handle. for the cap. You want to make sure that that the nut's okay and that the cotter pin is through there properly. Back to the pot. Like I said, with the down tube out, the pot is completely open from the top all the way down to the bottom. There's your top, and we have the rotor valve out. There's the bottom. Now, there's two ways you can clean the inside of the pot out. You can just take a shop vac and stick the tube right in the top where your media fill is, and just stick that right down in there and just suck all the dirt or soda or whatever you've got contaminated down inside there. If it's really bad, if you want to, you could take a garden hose, stick it in there, and just literally wash it out. It's going to run right out the bottom, right out the opening there. And then you just need to dry the inside of the pot. And you can do that just naturally, or you can actually hook it up to air and take your air inlet valve and just crack this open a little bit and just let air circulate through the pot. And that will also dry it out. Up on top where the down tube goes down through, there is an O-ring in this brass nut here. You may want to pull that O-ring out, clean the insides, re-lubricate the O-ring, and pop that back in, because that's going to seal on the down tube. And that seal is above your airflow holes here that are in the down tube. It's up in this area. So when you drop the down tube back in, you may want to lubricate this couple of inches here, because this pipe will need to move up and down to adjust your media flow amount. So that's pretty much that. I'm going to go ahead and finish cleaning everything and checking out O-ring, and then I'll put it back together again, and I'll join you in just a minute. Alright, I'm dropping the down tube back in the bottom of the pot, and you can see that I've lubricated the last couple of inches of the top. That's the area that's going to come in contact with the O-ring at the neck of the pot. To finish this off, we'll go ahead and reconnect our braided air line in at that union, and then we're going to go down and we will put the rotor valve assembly back on the bottom, just those two nuts, and we can put the cap back on and then take it out and give it a test. Alright, I got the down tube reinstalled, the U-bracket back on, union is back together again, union back together again. Pull the O-ring out of the cap, clean the surfaces, clean the O-ring, put it back together again. It's now ready to go. Just need to put some soda in it and hook it up with some air and give it a final test. Make sure everything's alright. I'm sure it will be. One of the beauties of a SodaWorks Buster Blaster 100 is very simple design. As long as you keep dry air to it, you really shouldn't ever have to clean the inside of it out. Like I said, it's a self-cleaning system. There's no Buster Blaster 100 that I can't take apart, basically clean, put it back together again, and it's going to work just like it did when it was brand new. That's the nice thing. Thanks everybody. Talk to you later.